Hello, everyone. I believe I'm live now. Let me move my Christmas hat. Merry Christmas, everyone. Sorry, there's a lot of noise right now. My dog is running around being crazy. Stop being crazy, Blossom. What's up, everyone? Merry Christmas. I assume you all can see and hear me. Oh, I gotta make sure my Christmas hat stays. Doesn't this Christmas hat look so real? Gotta stay right here. Perfect. I can't move at all. What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. I know it's Christmas time, but I wanted to celebrate the holiday with all of you. What's up, M1 Punk? What's up, I Need Feet? What's up, James Fortune? What's up, Al? What's up, Austin? What's up, Lux? What's up, Maxwell? What's up, Atomic Skull? What's up, Dylan Duffy? What's up, Lure? What's up, Gamer Reviews? What's up, Cult of John Brown? How's everyone doing? Y'all enjoying your Christmas? I always like to do streams on Christmas Day because I celebrate on Christmas Eve with my family, so I don't really have anything to do today for Christmas since there's not a lot going on. And plus, if anyone's not celebrating or you're stuck at home or whatever, I like to have a stream like this so we can hang out and celebrate the holidays. I thought you were a pure Kino man, Uncle June. What are you doing eating sushi? Hey, sushi's good, man. Do you ever get sad that Tony Soprano's not real? No, I wouldn't really want to be friends with Tony in real life. He seems like kind of an asshole. I wouldn't want to be friends with Walter White either. I'd probably be friends with Don Draper, even though he's kind of an asshole too, but yeah, no, I don't. I'm not sad that Tony Soprano's not real. Yo, Kino, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Dylan. Hope you're having a good Christmas. Same to you, Lure. Gamer Reviews asks, what's the best Scream movie in your opinion? I have maybe watched one Scream movie in my life. I have no idea which one. I have a hard time remembering what's the difference between Scream and Scary Movie. So I have no no opinion on this. I remember when Kino used to wait in a car, and as far as I'm concerned, he should be boss by now. I am the boss now. I have 100,000 subscribers. You can see that. Well, you can't really see it because my Christmas hat's in. Let me move that. You can see my 100,000 subscriber play button right behind me. And thank you to all you who are subscribed to help make that happen. My aunt and uncle are OG Sopranos fans who watched the entire show as it came out, and they said they hated the ending. Well, tell your aunt and uncle that they're plebs. They don't understand media. Now, I could understand why people didn't like it. Like, it takes time to appreciate a show. Like, I think there's a lot of shows that have, at the time, their ending was oh, I don't like it. Like, Better Call Saul is a great example. A lot of people didn't like Better Call Saul's finale, but I really liked it. And I think that as time goes on, people will really start to understand the ending more. Same thing is true of, The Wire. I bet The Wire's finale wasn't super appreciated at the time. But, it takes time to really understand these things. Christmas Lincoln Log mukbang. No Lincoln Logs right now. We might do Lincoln Logs eventually. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you, Lobster Magnet. Happy holidays, Al. I wish I could have seen you for that show in New York City. Any chance you'll do another one? No, definitely not. Definitely not New York. That was a once in a lifetime event that you missed out on. No, I was thinking about doing one in San Francisco. I don't know if any of you, I mean, it seems like most of my fans are on the East Coast, but Um, I was thinking about doing one in San Francisco because it's not too far from where I live, so I could go there, and that's a big major city. Um, LA, I imagine LA would be even more popular, but LA's like far for me. Like it's not impossibly far, but I want to do I want to find a place like a venue for free, and I have more connections in San Francisco that I'm like, ooh, maybe I can get like a restaurant that's not open or something. So I will explore that sometime next year to do a to do an event in SF. Again, LA is maybe on the table, maybe Chicago. We'll have to see, but the easiest thing for me would be SF. Um, Instead of writing a letter to Santa, did you write one to Dick Cheney? Yes, as a man who has also had his fair share of firearm mishaps. Best Christmas movie? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. We were just watching Elf earlier. I love that movie. I know it's kind of like probably some people are sick to death of Elf, but I think it's cute. I like Elf. I like watching it every year. Would Tony be on Dexter's table? Yeah, probably. I bet he would. I bet he would. Because I mean, Tony's killed people. What's Dexter's mo? Like he only kills bad people. Does it have to be serial killers? Or he kills other people. He kills like a pedophile in one episode. I remember that. So I bet if he was like in Jersey, I bet he'd be like, oh, the Soprano family is like ruining New Jersey. Time to take out the Dawn. Yeah, I could see Dexter cutting him up. Is House MD worth watching? Yes, up till season 5. I mean, all the way through season 5, like the season 5 finale. And then the season 6 two-part opener, Broken, part 1 and part 2. Broken is arguably the series finale for me. I think you can keep watching, and after that, there is still good stuff in future seasons, but it's not as consistent. Like the first 5 seasons of House are perfect television, in my opinion. So yes, it's absolutely worth watching. Just got a Cavs jersey from my brother for Christmas. It's Darius Garland. He's a great NBA player. Gamer reviews. You should be in that Muggsy Bogues. If you've seen The Wire, you know what I'm talking about. Just a joke. Glad you had a good Christmas. Merry Christmas, Kino. When's the next Cooking with Kino? I don't know. I have no immediate plans for that. But we'll do some Cooking with Kino video eventually. I just need to be inspired. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been like chilling on YouTube. Like I've just been tuned out for like a couple weeks now. I know I said last stream that I was planning on releasing another video in December. I got so sick after Thanksgiving. So one of my relatives, I think, probably got me sick. But I lost a week to being like completely can't do anything, just bedridden. And it really, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the rest of this Christmas. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hang out with family. I've been playing World of Warcraft again. I unsubscribed for a while, but since I was sick, I was like, well, I can't really do anything. I might as well play games. So I've just been chilling for a little bit here. I'll hit it hard again in January to get ready for like the Mad Men stuff, but yeah, I've just been chilling for the most part. Let me see here. Oh, Dallas. I don't know anyone in Dallas. It's not impossible that we would go to Texas, but we'd have to see. I need some kind of connections there to help me find a place. When McNulty catch Tony Soprano, I don't think Tony's that good at hiding his crimes. I think any competent police would catch him, assuming there's actually resources. If McNulty worked for the New Jersey Police Department, if it's like Baltimore, I don't know if there's actual interest in catching Tony Soprano. It's more like an FBI thing. I think McNulty would have to feed the information to like Agent Harris, just like he does with the FBI guys in The Wire. So we'd see. A present for y'all. Where have all the good times gone by the Kinks was at one point going to be the theme song for the show. I didn't know that. I did know that David was considering Love and Happiness by Al Green as the final song instead of Don't Stop Believin'. But when he heard everyone hated Don't Stop Believin', they're like, that'd be terrible for the show. He was like, I got to do it. Because David's all about pissing people off. I just finished the first 4 seasons of Dexter, not bothering to watch the rest. First season was excellent. The first 3 seasons had a lot of problems. The whole show has a lot of problems. The whole show it's okay. I don't hate Dexter. I enjoyed my time watching it, but it's a Showtime show. What do you expect? It's like Weeds, you know? It is what it is. Hi, Kino. Hi, Septic. Dexter would die before touching Tony? I don't think so. Tony's not particularly like... I think Dexter could easily get Tony when he's walking back to his car from Melfi's office. Like, he's not particularly stealthy. I think Dexter would kill Tony. 100%. Any chance you would cover Lost? No, I've never even seen Lost. So, no, not anytime soon. Would you agree that Meadow is the least interesting member of the Sopranos family? Yes, in the sense that she's probably the most balanced, emotionally balanced out of the family. So, yeah, I'd agree with that. Have you thought about other shows you can cover in the Breaking Bad log format? I'm not going to do any more logs. I don't even know if I'm going to finish the Better Call Saul logs. It's been forever since I've done one. I feel like if I ever decided to do a log again, I would do it by season. And in fact, in the shower the other day, I was debating, like, should I do logs for Mad Men, but by season? Like, I'm not doing episode by episode. Like, that's just a terrible format. But doing, like, a season recap and being like, here's all the interesting stuff from this season, I could see that being more appealing. I don't know if I want to do that, just because I started the Better Call Saul logs and I kind of don't want to finish them. I might finish them. We'll see. But definitely never episode by episode again. It's a terrible format. We'll see about that Wire thing. I'm not sure. Make a dish for from the Wire for Cooking with Kino. That's a good idea. I don't know what dish though. I guess I saw that Babish episode where he made the foods from the Wire, like the pit beef sandwich. I don't know. I'll think about that. How's the new expansion? I'm not playing retail right now. I'm playing Season of Discovery on WoW. I am so addicted to leveling in Season of Discovery. I played last week. I leveled a rogue from 1 to 60. My rogue's named Tony Soprano, by the way. So it's kind of fun. It's a human male rogue named Tony Soprano. I leveled him from 1 to 60. And I immediately started leveling a hunter. And I'm level 35 on the hunter right now after like 2 days. So I am having so much fun leveling. It's really fun. I'm really addicted to leveling right now. In fact, I might even stream myself playing WoW another day, maybe next week. If any of you guys want to watch WoW streams. I know a lot of people are not interested in that, but I like playing WoW. So I just like casually leveling. It's just a fun way to kill time. Um, Kino? I finished The Wire a few weeks ago. It's a really complex show. I enjoyed it, but many storylines had my brain a little lost. That's completely normal. The Wire is a show that you need to watch multiple times to really get it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Great show. Watch my 4-hour retrospective. Kino, I can officially recommend you not watching Yellowstone. I'm convinced that Taylor Sheridan is lame. So much potential ruined with mediocre writing and planning. Yeah, I don't have, from the very few glimpses of Taylor Sheridan's work, I'm not particularly impressed. It's a show I might watch casually with my wife one day, just because we like to watch some stuff like that. It's not a show I feel like I'd get deep invested into. Like it's not like The Wire. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, I'm not Yellowstone's not at the top of my list. Watching Mad Men and Boardwalk Empire legit feels like two halves of The Sopranos. It is. It's literally like, if you want the strong character deep writing, you watch Mad Men. If you want the exciting gangster stuff, you watch Boardwalk. And it's like neither show is completely The Sopranos. They're each missing that element. Mad Men's missing a little bit of the excitement. It's a little too slow to be on the level of The Sopranos. And Boardwalk is a little bit too shallow. It doesn't have the depth that Sopranos had. So, yeah, I agree with that. I know who Muggsy Bogues is. Okay, so I was calling you short Gamer Reviews, but I'm just kidding. It's a reference to The Wire. What kind of connections do you need in Dallas? I might know some folks. Alejandro, if you know a venue where I could have the event for free, I don't have to pay anything, because I spent a lot of my own money on that New York venue. Feel free to message me. You can message me on Discord, on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. My DMs are open. Feel free to let me know. Again, Texas is not the top of my list, but it's possible. So we'll see. But yeah, if you have a nice venue where we can have the event for free, I would be open to hearing about it. Does Showtime have a bad reputation? Kinda, yeah. It's not the best. Like, it's not HBO. It's okay. But like, think about the shows they had on Showtime. Dexter, Weeds, other shows I can't even is Empire a Showtime show? They're just not like the most no, it's Fox, never mind. It's just not like, their shows are a little bit more salacious, a little bit more cheap. They're not the in-depth as like The Sopranos or Mad Men or The Wire. Dexter's like Breaking Bad, but more soap opera. Exactly. It's like, it's more of a soap. Like, Showtime's more soap than critically acclaimed drama. Kino, why do you hate Weeds so much? I don't hate it. Like, I'm not like someone who's like, I hate it, but like, if you've seen Weeds, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, and the same thing, your cup will never empty. You're asking me what's wrong with Dexter. I'm not saying I hate Dexter. I watched the whole show. I liked it. It was entertaining, but you, like, come on, you guys understand what I'm talking about here. You can't put it on the level of something like The Wire, like, or Sopranos or Mad Men or whatever. I mean, maybe you could put on something like Breaking Bad. I know a lot of people don't have high opinions about Breaking Bad, but you guys understand the difference, right? It's like, one is like a critically acclaimed character drama. The other one's about a serial killer who kills other serial killers. Like, we're leaning more towards entertainment with one versus leaning more towards like a deep character study. Dexter is not a deep character in terms of like, I'm going to understand the depths of the human soul from how Dexter kills this guy and drains all the blood from his body. Like, it's entertainment. It's just not bad. I'm not against entertainment, but like, it's not like Don Draper You know, it's not like this a deep understanding of what it means to be human. Um, why is episode by episode terrible format? It's just it's tedious to write, like you said. It's hard for me to analyze by the episode because a lot of themes are only really apparent once you have a bunch of episodes all together. You can understand that, like, here's this recurring theme in the episode. And it just takes forever to do. So yeah, I just don't like episode by episode. Merry Christmas, everyone. I keep seeing a bunch of Merry Christmas episodes comments, but thank you. Um, I've never seen Ray Donovan. I've heard good stuff. A log format would work for a miniseries like John Adams. Yeah, but I don't even think for a miniseries it'd be good. Like, a miniseries is so short, you might as well just do the whole thing in one video. I might do John Adams though. I might do that. That's definitely a possibility. It's Christmas. Why am I in a chit chat room? Because you're a jerk off, Joshua Hoover, and you're chit chatting with the other jerk offs. You're using a filter. Come on, Kino. You're a made man. You got to get a real one next year. I have a real Christmas hat that I just can't find. It's like a pink one. But yeah, so I'll get a real Christmas hat next year. I think Jimmy was a rat. I do. I've said why in that video I did. Hot take: Better Call Saul is more rewatchable than Breaking Bad. I could see that. I could see that argument. Is Tulsa King up next? No, I watched one episode of Tulsa King and I refused to watch any more. It wasn't good. Showtime is we have HBO at home. Yeah, that's true. I think that's a good one. It's the poor and dumb man's prestige TV. I don't think you're dumb if you like Dexter or Weeds or something, but just like there's a you understand there's a clear difference between these types of shows. John Lithgow's ass cheeks greater than all of the Sopranos. That's true. Mad Men demonstrates that a show can be excellent without relying on extravagant premise. That's true, but like I said, there is a little bit of the excitement missing from Mad Men. It can be a little bit like, damn, really nothing's happening. And sure, it's great character stuff, but that's what I'm saying. The Sopranos has the same rich character writing that Mad Men had, but it also has some exciting mafia stuff, so you're like kind of into it. They tried to do the same thing with the business side of Mad Men, but it's not the same exact thing. But I agree with you. Mad Men shows a lot of restraint, which is rare. It could never be made today. More so than any of these other shows, Mad Men could never be made today. Sopranos, I think, could still be made today. I know there's people who are like, oh, the woke, studios would never make The Sopranos. I think Sopranos is pretty woke. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it'd be fine. I think Mad Men, in particular, would never be allowed to be made. Favorite Christmas movie, Kino? I said earlier it was Elf. I really like Elf. I also like the Harry Potter movies. We watched them all when I was sick, because I was too sick to do anything, so we watched all the Harry Potter films. The early ones are really comfy. You should watch Snowfall and Barry, both deep character-driven shows. I watched Barry. I didn't really like it. I watched like the first 2 seasons. I'm not saying it's not a good show. A lot of people really like it. I just it just didn't really click for me. I wasn't that into it. Snowfall, I've heard, but I've had a lot of recommendations. I haven't really ever checked it out though. Just when I thought I was out, pure Kino stream pulls me back in. What show do you think had the greatest missed potential? Oh, that's a great one. Arguably The Wire. I think if season 5 landed, it would be the greatest. It would be one of the greatest seasons of television of all time. House had a lot of missed potential with the later seasons. I don't know though. It's hard to just pick one. Um, Dexter is the Grey's Anatomy version for serial killers. That's a funny line. I know what you're talking about, even though I have never fully watched Grey's Anatomy. CGI Christmas hat. Hey, if they can CGI Livia Soprano, they can CGI me. Blossom, come here. Come here, girl. Come be in the Christmas stream. My doggy's here. Oh. Okay. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Blanca? Oh, look, now she's in the Christmas hat. Get hang out here with me, Blossom. I'm being too crazy. Sup, Mr. Grims? How you doing? What do you think of this new serious guy doing Sopranos, Wire, Boardwalk videos? He's got good taste. I don't. After talking with Borko, I was surprised to learn how much like, not serious. He's never talked about serious, but I was surprised to learn how much drama there was among Sopranos clip channels. So I don't want to like fall into that. I don't want to be like, ooh, I hate Sirius because I love Borko. Do you guys remember some of the other Sopranos clip channels that got taken down? There was Don Jr. and then there was Rudolfo. And it's like, guys, they're just posting clips. Like, I don't need to. I don't know. Sirius has commented on some of my videos. Seems like a nice guy. I think he might have even been on my streams occasionally. But I mean, it's like it's hard to judge a creator just by like he just posts clips. It's like I don't know him, you know. It's not like it's like you guys can understand my personality and my values and stuff from some of my videos, but it's hard when it's just clips. It's like I don't know how to judge this person. I like all the shows he posts, though, obviously. You think the Vito storyline would still fly today? Yeah, they show him having gay sex. Like, I think modern studios would be absolutely fine with that. What's your New Year's resolution? I don't do resolutions. I do themes. I'm not quite ready to talk about my theme for next year. I'll talk about it eventually, but it's kind of a big thing that involves some personal stuff. So, yeah, but I have big plans for next year. Let's just say that. I'm about to watch Richie Aprile in the Jacket. Hey, have a good time. It's a great video, if I do say so myself. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to you. When did you exactly watch The Sopranos? Because you seem very young to have been watching the show from the beginning. I did not watch it from the beginning. The first time I ever saw the show was in 2016. So it was like 8 years after the show ended. I had never seen it before. I had heard about it, but I never watched it. And I first started watching The Sopranos from clips on YouTube. I didn't watch the whole show. I watched clips, and I kind of just pieced it together. And then eventually I sat down to watch the whole thing. But yeah, there's just something about The Sopranos. It just clicked for me where I really understood it. Like even from just clips, I understood what the show was about. Like I could tell who these characters were just from one scene with them. Like I just understood them, and that's why I was able to set up a whole channel pretty much almost exclusively dedicated to Sopranos analysis, just because I truly from the beginning felt like I understood who these people were and I could talk about it with some authority. Um, which of the male non-elderly Sopranos characters you think you could beat in a fight? I think I could take Benny in a fight. Um, I, I I think I could take I think I could take Tony Blendetto. I think I could take him. I think maybe I could take Christopher. Or I'm not 100% sure about that. I think it's a 50-50 with Christopher. Did you know shortly after The Sopranos ended, they were developing a live action Flintstones movie with James Gandolfini? Didn't they do that live action Flintstones with John Goodman? I know he was considered for Michael's replacement on The Office, but HBO didn't want him to do it. Um, for your Sopranos character analysis videos, when you get to some of the major characters, i.e., Tony or Chris, would those videos be a lot longer? Here's the thing. I don't know whether I'm actually going to like. I don't have direct plans. I imagine I would do Tony or Christopher one day, but the problem is I like to do videos that other people haven't done, and like there are a million videos analyzing Tony Soprano, and I've done some videos analyzing Tony, but from specific angles, like the food poisoning video I did. You want to get down, Boston? That was analyzing Tony from the lens of the food poisoning, or his love of animals video I did. Um, it's I don't know if I would do a general like Tony Soprano character analysis. Like so many people have done that. I like to approach it from a more interesting angle. I'm gonna open up a Coke Zero right now. But so I would do Tony and Chris, but I typically want to find a specific angle to analyze the character from. Like, I don't know. We'd have to think. I'd have to think about how I'd do that. I see beef between you and Cineranter fan base. There'll be a sit down soon. I hope there is not. You guys better not be going to any other Sopranos channels and being like, Pure Kino's better. Like, don't do that. Like, I don't have beef with anyone. I'm arguably friends with most of these people, so yeah. Love you, Kino. I love you, Zach. Does David Proval Richie Aprile act anymore? I mean, I think he's retired. He's very old. The latest thing he was in my YouTube video I just did, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. Yeah, Andy, you get that. You deserve that blueberry sundae. Go for it. I love eating ice cream in the winter. I think I like it. I like being cold. I wanted a new Kino breakdown. I compromised. I watched Kino reruns near the radiator instead. There will be more Sopranos videos next year. Don't you worry. I'm even starting to think about another Sopranos video I want to do. Um, Kino, I intend on starting Game of Thrones soon. Am I in for a fun ride? You are. It gets bad towards the end. I'm not gonna lie, but man, the first four seasons of Game of Thrones are like, mwah, so good. Like you will enjoy your time there. But I honestly like having the ending of Game of Thrones suck is honestly kind of appropriate, like because that's what it is to be a fan of A Song of Ice and Fire. You're like constantly just disappointed in George R. R. Martin. So I think it's pretty appropriate to have the ending of Game of Thrones suck. Who's your favorite character and why? My favorite seasonal character is Richie, because he's funny as hell, and my favorite character overall is Junior, because he's funny as hell. Um, Kino being a hipster, yeah, I'm a hipster, guys. Um, what's with the Better Call Saul logs only being on your second channel and only a couple of videos? So they're on my second channel because they're not fully edited. I don't use clips. I use screenshots just because I don't want to spend the time editing the logs. There are only a couple of videos because I got tired of doing them and I don't want to finish the series. I might finish them just because I tend to be one of those guys who likes to finish my projects, but let's just say I'm not having a fun time making those. Um, Soft drink of choice, of course, of course. Have I already started playing Red Dead Redemption 1? I actually finished Red Dead Redemption. I played it off stream just because also when I was sick, I was playing Red Dead. Loved it. Really, really fun game. I might play Undead Nightmare on stream. We might do that sometime. We'll see. Um, have I watched 6 Feet Under? I'm on season 3 and I've kind of given up. I don't really like this show. I find it very uninteresting. Kino, do you enjoy pizza? Al, who doesn't enjoy pizza? Yes, I love pizza. Particularly, I don't like a lot of toppings. I like the Sicilian New York style, not a lot of toppings. Andy for $2 says buy yourself a triple blueberry sundae as well. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. I don't think I'll get a blueberry sundae. If I got anything, I would get I like orange sherbet or rainbow sherbet. I like fruit flavored um like citrus fruit flavored ice cream. I tried gabagool once and was disappointed. Me too, Jim. I was a little bit like I was expecting a little bit more, but it tasted like ham to me. It was good, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't. Maybe mine wasn't aged particularly long, but I like sopressata a lot more than I like gabagool. Um, damn, I'd love to see full Better Call Saul logs. I have it over Breaking Bad. It's so good. I thought about maybe going back and doing like season logs. I could commit more to doing like a season log than I could, but then then it's weird because I have to like go back and redo what I already done because I'm like halfway through season 1 already. Um, I might do season logs next year. We might do that. We'll see. I played Red Dead 2. I played Red Dead 2 first. It's funny, like I don't know. We can talk about Red Dead when I if I stream it more, but one thing I was kind of disappointed of in Red Dead 1 was I was surprised how little you got to learn about the gang members. I thought like cuz I knew Red Dead 1 was about hunting down the gang members and Red Dead 2 was a prequel learning who these guys were. But I was surprised at how little interaction there was. Like you find Javier in Mexico and then it's like tie him up, you're done. I thought we would like have more character moments of being like, hey, remember when we did that thing or whatever? I understand Red Dead 2 came out later, so it's like they didn't have all this backstory written, but it was surprising how shallow your interactions with the gang members were. Also, they really make you feel like John Marston was the main character like of Red Dead 2 because it's like, "Oh, you guys killed me and left me for dead." Um and it's like, "Yeah, that happened, but I don't know, it was mostly Arthur. Arthur was the one really doing everything." And it's like it's weird how obviously I understand that they didn't have the character of Arthur Morgan in mind when they made Red Dead 1, but it's like all the stuff they talk about in Red Dead 1 where it's like you guys left me for dead, that's barely a thing. Like there's so much more stuff we could be talking about knowing the story of Red Dead 2 versus 1. When do we get a Gabagool stream? I've done a Gabagool stream. um will Better Call Saul logs ever be on YouTube? They are. They're on my second channel, Kino Studios. They're on there. um Episodes that made you tear up the most from each show. I'm gonna be honest. The only time I've actually really ever like teared up watching one of these shows that I can remember is the episode where Hank beats up Jesse in Breaking Bad, and then he gets like called into the office and he gets suspended, and he's like sitting on the bed with his wife, and he's talking to her about how he's been just spiraling these last months, and he has this line where he's like, I'm just not the man I thought I was. And honestly, that line brings a tear to my eye. Like I really like, I don't know what it is about that line specifically, but like maybe it's just because he's such a gruff character where he's finally being vulnerable and letting his emotions come out, where it genuinely moved me. So that line in particular. Um, when you had all those Sopranos stars congratulating you, was it from Cameo? Yes, I had to pay for those, but they were nice. Like Matt Servito went out of his way to watch my video, so that's really nice of him. But yeah, I had to pay for it. That's probably the most expensive video I've done to date. I spent a lot of money on those cameos. Um, who would win in a sumo wrestling competition, Bobby or Huel? I'd give it to Bobby. I think Bobby's stronger. Um, Richie calling you Nico is priceless. Yeah, guys, my name is Nico from now on. Richie's orders. Are you gonna play the new Mafia game when it comes out? So, funny story. I tried playing the first Mafia game a while back. I got a few missions in and I just quit. I reinstalled the game, so it's installed now. I might play it on stream with you guys, and to get ready for the new Mafia game, which I will be getting, because I think it'd be a fun game to stream. But yeah, we'll be doing. I might stream the Mafia game sometime soon. I keep saying I'm going to stream all this stuff, but yeah, we'll see when I get to it. But yes, I am very interested in a new Mafia game. I never really played the series. Like I said, the first game I didn't like. I got a few missions in. And I wasn't really having too much fun. But, hey, it's Mafia related. You gotta do it for the channel. Also, how John acts like he was completely abandoned when like Arthur, Charles, and Sadie helped him. Exactly. Like I understand, like they didn't have the plot of 2 in mind when they made 1, but I was just surprised at how like if you just if you just played 1, you wouldn't really understand. Maybe I'm just being biased because I played 2 first, but like I would not have imagined Red Dead 2 from the interactions we got in Red Dead 1. It's like yes, you can kind of make some assumptions that they're in a gang that fell apart, but like I'm trying to like understand who Dutch is based on Red Dead 1. I could not get, I don't get the Dutch from Red Dead 2. Like sure, playing 2 I can understand some of the stuff from 1, like the fact that he's working with Native Americans, the fact that he's fighting the government, that makes sense to me. But all this stuff about like why would people follow Dutch? 2 does a much better job of setting that up than 1 does. I was playing 1, I was like, everyone's like, "Oh, you were loyal to Dutch, like you how like you're doubting whether you can go through with killing him or not." And I was just like, we've not even met him. I don't know anything about him in 1. If you're just playing 1 blind. Kino, would you let Furio be with your wife for 1 night? No, I would not. Who among the stars of The Sopranos did you like the most? From the cameos, Matt Servito. He really went out of his way to like watch my video and talk about it. So great guy. The gang didn't know John was still alive. Dutch let him die, not Bill or Javier. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, that is actually really true too. And again, also it's just like they're making it all about like John was like the main character, and it's like he feels like a side character in Red Dead 2. I mean, he is a side character, but like it honestly doesn't make sense when you play 2 to be like, why were they not talking about Arthur in 1? And I understand, again, he wasn't invented yet, but it really doesn't make sense that they don't mention him at all, given how prominent he is in 2. Happy holidays from Ireland. Happy holidays, David Smith. Hope you're having a great time over there. Who's your top 5 beautiful women on The Sopranos? I did this in the waifu ranking. Again, I'm not just talking in terms of physical beauty. I'm talking about in terms of character too, because they're all beautiful. Adriana. What's her name? God, why am I blanking on it right now? Charmaine. I like Valentina. She's crazy, but not as crazy as the rest. Rosalie. And then like Meadow or Carmela or someone. Kino, just finished my 2nd Sopranos watch. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Now go watch it again. Is that the vibrating chair? It's not. Blossom! Come over here. Come over here. Kino looking like a gangster Santa Claus. Hell yeah. Um, if anything, with Red Dead 2, it makes John look like a bitchy drama queen when you play Red Dead 1. Also, the relationship between him and his son being bad makes less sense. Yeah, it's like they repeated the storyline. Like, John went through an arc where he learned to bond with his son, and then he has to do it again in Red Dead 2. Also, very weird to me in Red Dead 1 how your family starts out kidnapped from the beginning. You don't get a lot of time to know Abigail and Jack. Again, playing Red Dead 2, I knew who they were. But, like, you spend the majority of the game, they're gone. They come back. You have a few missions together, and then the ending happens. And it's like, you would think we would start out with them, have the Pinkertons, or were those Pinkertons? Yeah, they were Pinkertons, right? They don't mention the Pinkertons. They don't mention if they're Pinkertons in Red Dead 1, but in Red Dead 2 they are. And it's Agent Ross both times, so I imagine they are. But anyway, you would think that you would spend time with them at the beginning. Like, instead of the McFarlane Ranch missions you have to do at the beginning of Red Dead 1 for this woman who you'll never see again. Imagine if that was your farm and you were doing it with your family, and then they get kidnapped and then you get forced to go on the mission. That would make a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense than what actually happens in Red Dead 1. What's the worst TV show you ever watched? It's hard to say. I mean, I don't. If a show's bad, I just stop watching it. I don't know. Stranger Things. I don't like Stranger Things, but I've seen all of it. Hot take: Kino wouldn't make a Sopranos channel if Adriana wasn't a character. True. I must serve my queen. When in Dallas, my town, gotta go to Cambyses Italian restaurant on Mockingbird. It's the official mob restaurant in Dallas. A lot of history and pics there with made guys. That's interesting. Italian women don't do it for me. Vito, on the other hand. All right. You're a chubby chaser, Maxwell. I get you. You want some more cushion for the pushing, am I right? Kino, I'm from the Netherlands. Do you ever watch European series? Gomorrah is the best series ever made in the last 10 years. You should really watch it. I know you don't like subtitles. I'd watch it like with subtitles. It's fine. Oh, and also, wait. Oh, greetings from Bulgaria. We got 2 Europeans right here. I've heard a lot of good things about Gomorrah. I will check it out one day. I don't know when. We'll see. But we'll check it out. Vito's true love is Johnny Cakes. True. Kino, have you played GTA 4? What do you think of the story? I played GTA 4 back in the day. I don't think I ever finished it. It was a fun game, though. I only really started getting into GTA with GTA 5, which I beat, and I love it. But I don't think I've ever finished GTA 4. Also, Red Dead 1, they explicitly say that Abigail was a prostitute that everyone had. Yeah, there was some sanitization that went on between the events of Red Dead 1 and 2. Like, again, really, John should have been the main character of Red Dead 2. I understand they probably wanted to do something more original, like, because John can't die. So there can't be that dramatic moment where Arthur, well, I shouldn't spoil it, but yeah, everything just makes more sense if John was the main character of Red Dead 2. Why didn't she do an Adriana cameo? She's not on Cameo. She's on OnlyFans, which is not the same thing. Have I seen The Irishman? Yes, I've seen The Irishman. Richie Aprile or Ralph Cifaretto? Richie, definitely. Have I watched Sex in the City? No, and that's the one HBO show where I'm like, I don't, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. It just does not seem like it's appealing to me. I know that's like the one show, like the one HBO show left that I need to check out. That's a long running HBO series, but I don't know. We'll see. What's your favorite mafia movie, for lack of a better term? Well, what do you mean by that, Booba? Do you mean like mafia specifically? Because it'd be The Godfather. Do you mean crime drama? Because then we can open the books more to that. My favorite crime drama movie of all time is Training Day. I love that film. Do I watch horror movies? No, I do not. I don't. I'm a pussy, so I don't. I'm too scared to watch horror films. Sex in the City review would be so based. I don't know, guys. Do you guys really want to see me do Sex in the City? It makes sense from an HBO perspective, but man, I really don't want to watch Sex in the City. You should do a series talking Sopranos with some Sopranos YouTuber alone. You know what's funny? I proposed that to a Sopranos YouTuber. I'll let you. I'm not gonna say who. I'll let you guys decide who you think it was. But they didn't want to do it with me, so you guys got robbed. We could have had the real talking Sopranos. Will you make video game story reviews or character breakdowns? Well, I did a video on Road to Respect, but video game reviews, I don't know. I thought about it, like it could make sense, like GTA or the new Mafia game that's coming out next year. It could make sense to do that, but I'm not sure. We would have to see. I should go back to GTA 4, but it's not on PC, is it? I don't have, I mean, I have some old consoles, but I'm not going to set them up again. But if it came out on PC, I would play it. Do I watch the Skinny podcast? No, I don't. I'm actually, I've said this before, guys. I'm not actually that into Mafia stuff. Like, it's not, like, I'm into character, like character dramas. Like, I'm into strong, like writing. I'm not actually that interested in Mafia history or Mafia stuff. Thoughts on Trailer Park Boys? Very funny show. I like it. What do I think about Furio's ending? A little anticlimactic, but that's because he's a supporting character. He's really a part of Carmela's story more than anything else. What's up, Kino? I actually just saw Edie Falco and Steve Schripp at the Knicks game earlier today. Oh, that's cool. Sex and the City is based for not taking the Twin Towers out of the intro like The Sopranos. Yeah, I know. I never understood why that was such a big deal. Like why would you want to hide this? Like, let's celebrate the Twin Towers when that they existed before they were taken down. You know. GTA 4 is on PC. Okay, well maybe I'll check it out then. I didn't know it is. It's on PC, but it has massive issues. You have to install a few mods. Okay. That makes me a little more hesitant, but maybe. We'll see. I've begun watching Succession. It's a really good show. I really like Succession a lot. You're a guy, I get it, but it's entertaining. I hate Carrie. Are you a girl, Lure? Okay. I guess I can tell. I guess I can see from your icon. All right. I assume like nine. I just assume like if I don't know specifically, I assume like 90%, 99% of my audience is male, just because the shows I cover tend to appeal more to males than they do females. But that's cool. There's this girl. There's this YouTuber who, she popped up in my feed because she made a couple Sopranos videos analyzing the fashion of the Sopranos. Like that was her thing with her channel, and I thought it was a really interesting way to look at the show because it's like that's so outside of like what I could do. Like I'm not a fashion guy. I can't talk about that, but her being into fashion, she was able to analyze the Sopranos. Um and some of her videos still get recommended to me because I watch those videos, but she covers uh Sex in the City. She's apparently pretty into that show, so she makes a lot of videos on that. Her name is Cassia Sepin something. I don't know. It's some Polish name. If you look up Sopranos fashion, it'll pop up. Cassia Soap Ni Niwaska. So Sop Niwaska. I don't know if that's how you actually say it, but I liked her fashion video. So if you're interested in Sex in the City, maybe check out her channel. Watch any anime? I watched anime for this video I'm planning on doing one day. Not that into anime. The last thing I watched was Tokyo Ghoul, which I thought was okay. But I will do an anime video sometime next year. Do you think Ralph really burned Pyomai? I've talked about that before. I don't think it matters whether he did or he didn't. I think the point of that scene was about Tracy. So I think the question is more so like, what did it mean to Tony? What are your thoughts on reality TV shows? I don't really watch reality TV. So my wife watches a lot of that stuff, but I don't like reality TV. Would you watch a GTA TV series? I don't think it would be good, and not because it would be like, oh, it's too woke or whatever like that. I just think they can't translate the insanity of GTA into a live action thing. Like you can't have, some of those missions like where you're, stealing a submarine or something. Like it doesn't work like in live action. So I don't think they should try it. From the Sopranos new documentary, who's the one you shocked in the audition scene? They didn't show a whole lot of auditions. They just showed some clips for some of them. I don't know what you mean by shocked though. Oh, like shocked at their performance? I mean, it's an audition. They don't really know the character yet till they get the role and they start really digging into it. Still waiting for Kino to watch Hunter x Hunter. I don't know. I don't know if that will ever happen. It's amazing how much TikTok has brought back these shows to be relevant again. Well, you can kiss that goodbye because TikTok is going bye-bye. Did you hear they just named Tony Sirico Paulie Walnuts in an old murder from the 70s? He was a gangster. I don't know why. I mean, he's gone, so like, there's no point anymore. But yeah, he used to be a gangster. Kino, you're a very nice guy. Thank you, Ahmed. I I don't know if you're a nice guy because we've only interacted through this chat, but I hope you are, and I hope you have happy holiday. Are you into Lord of the Rings, Kino? I mean, I'm not like a huge nerd about it, but yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I don't like the Hobbit movies, but I've seen them all. I've actually seen them all like multiple times. Because when even though I didn't like them when they were coming out, I had multiple friends want to go watch it with me. So I had to like I'd go watch it with one friend. I'd be like, "Oh, that movie sucked," and then another friend would be like, "Come watch it with me," and then I'd be like, "All right, I guess." And I sat through. I wasted probably 12 hours of my life watching Hobbit movies. um, didn't David Chase confirm that Ralph burned Pyomai? Yeah, but that's like there's a word for that. That's like outside the canon. Like um hang on, there's a word for what that is. Authorial trespassing. That's the word. Um if it's not in the show itself, it's not canon. David can't just say that like, oh yeah, he's the one who did it. It's like it's authorial trespassing. Um, you have to use evidence from within the text itself. If you were talking about a novel, in this case, it's a show, but you can't just have the author explain afterwards that like, here's what happened. Like that doesn't count. That's not canon. Um, David has no more authority over a theory than anyone else unless he points to evidence in the show of what exists. No, Red Dead would not work as a show either. Kino reading every message on this live is very based. I mean, luckily, or I don't know if it's luckily or not, but luckily there's not too many of you. Like if we got in the hundreds, and I've had like 200 people in a stream before, I can't read every comment that comes through. Like it's just it moves way too quickly. But when we have like when I do these kind of low key streams that have like 50 so people, I can respond to pretty much every message. Um, but I think when the Sopranos 25th anniversary was happening, I think I had like 200 people in the stream at one point, and I was like, I can't read all these messages. Or the waifu stream, or the ranking every episode stream. Like those ones tend to go by really quickly. Who would you rather celebrate the New Year with, Paulie, Ralphie, or Jackie Jr.? Paulie. I don't want to hang out with Ralphie or Jackie Jr. Oh yeah, I'm a chick, Keck. Well, glad to have you here, Lure. I'm glad the stream is not a complete sausage fest. Kino, you're very handsome. Thank you, Aaron. I would say you're handsome too, but you don't have a profile picture. It's just the letter A. So, um, I'll just assume you're very handsome too. I've never seen Nurse Jackie James Fortune, so I can't comment on it. What's the movie you most love to watch on Christmas? Either Elf or Nightmare Before Christmas. Both great movies. Technically, isn't there evidence to say Ralph did kill the horse? There's evidence, but it's only your interpretation, right? There's no direct confirmation. So it's like he denies it. Is it possible he did it? Sure. But it's also just Tony's interpretation of the events. So it's up to each of us to come up with our own answer to that question. Have you seen that History Channel miniseries on Teddy Roosevelt? No, I've not seen that. I like Teddy Roosevelt though. Yo, Kino, Adriana or Charmaine? That's a hard choice. I think overall I would pick Charmaine. But Adriana's not a bad choice either. What do you think was the best ad pitch in Mad Men? Oh, without a doubt, the carousel. The carousel is the best pitch. Is way better than any pitch Peggy ever made. Would you want David Chase to write or co-write a novel about The Sopranos after Made in America? Sure, yeah, I would love that. I'd love any Sopranos media. I would, if they wanted to remake The Sopranos as a woke thing where AJ's gay and Meadows the boss of the family or whatever, like I'd be down 100%. Mainly for selfish reasons. As a Sopranos YouTuber, new Sopranos media would benefit me extraordinarily money wise. So I would be down for literally any new Sopranos stuff. I loved your mini Saints of Newark rewrite. Thank you, Stoyan. Yeah, I think I fixed it. Kino, did you hear Christopher Nolan is making the Odyssey movie? No, is that why people were arguing about they'd never heard of the Odyssey on Twitter? Um, I guess that'd be cool. I don't know. It depends on how they do it. Kino, your dog is so cute. Thank you, Alvin. She is a what do you call it? God, I'm blanking on something. My brain is like not working. She's a Maltese. I was like trying to remember the movie. I was like the Maltese Falcon, and I was like, wait. I was like, what Falcon? And I was like Maltese. Okay, Maltese. I find it amusing that Hines actually eventually ended up using the Pass the Hines. Is that true? I did not know that. Yeah, Don's pitch of Pass the Hines was way better than the only ketchup. Um, yeah, like Don's version where he doesn't show the ketchup is so much more powerful because it makes your mouth feel dry. Like when I looked at those pictures, no, no, all right. When I looked at those like French fries with no ketchup on them, my mouth felt dry, and I was like, oh, I want some ketchup. It's so much more powerful than actually showing the bottle. They 100% deserve that win. You know, people misinterpret that scene though. I thought that Peggy won the account, but it was another agency that won it. Like they just used the smaller agencies and then they went with the big guys. But I thought that Peggy won that one, and I was like, oh, that's stupid. Um, I think after Tony's death, Paulie becomes New Jersey boss under the control of New York. What do you think? Probably. I tend to not really speculate about stuff like that because I've said this. You guys have heard me say this before. I think that like the show is about Tony's consciousness and it ends when he dies. So it doesn't really matter what happens after the show, but sure. I think Paulie could be the boss. So excited to turn up on New Year's Eve. Hey, you have fun, Lure. Kino, what do you think about Junior being a pedo in the Many Saints script? Okay, so I don't like there's no evidence that that script is real. Like I didn't like I don't I'm not saying it's not real. I saw that pop up. There's no evidence that that script was an actual script. Like, I'm not saying it's not, but you can't prove that that script is real. There's no markings on the script. It's just a PDF, which also is kind of weird because, like, why is it a PDF? If it was like a script that someone got, shouldn't it be a scanned document? There's also no like markings on it. There's no Writers Guild of America official stamp. Like, all scripts have to be stamped with like the Writers Guild on it. I have scripts I've written that I've gotten with I've sent to the Writers Guild of America to get like officially like entered into their records. So yeah, I'm not saying that it's impossible that that's the real script or not, but there's just no evidence. Like, I could write up a script of The Many Saints of Newark and add in whatever I wanted to, and just save it as a PDF and been like, look, I transcribed the whole movie and then I added whatever I wanted into the thing. So it's not impossible given David Chase's history, but there's just no evidence. And people need to be better about like checking sources. Like, people tend to just believe whatever they hear about certain stuff and been like, "Oh, look, someone posted this on Reddit. It's the script." And it's like, "Okay, prove to me that that's the real script." Like, there's no evidence. Again, like, even if it was like a scanned document, I would give it more credence. But you can't. It's like that guy who was like telling a story about how he met David Chase and David acted like an asshole. It's like, how do you prove that that story is real? There's no evidence. I like that you're wearing a real Santa hat and didn't edit it. Yeah, it's true. Um, that's cool. Are you a Writers Guild member? I'm not a dues paying member, but I have paid money to have my scripts officially licensed by the WGA. Will you make videos on Boardwalk Empire? I will make a video on Boardwalk one day. I'm not doing a series like analysis. It's not that good. It's not good enough for me to want to do a deep dive like I want to do with Mad Men. Did you watch the Wise Guy documentary on Max? I did. I thought it was good. The Many Saints disaster, David Chase passes prime, Many Saints sucks. Yeah, Many Saints had a lot of flaws. I think people are hard on it for the wrong reasons. And you guys know the reasons that some people have, problems that some people have with the movie, which that's not what the problem that I have with the movie. But yeah, it has its flaws, but I think people are hating on it for the wrong reasons. If there had to be a Sopranos video game, what would the plot be? What do you mean if there is a Sopranos video game that has a plot? It's called Road to Respect. I did a whole video on it. That's what the game would be. Rank The Sopranos, The Wire, Succession, Breaking Bad, and The Penguin. Sopranos number 1, Wire number 2, Breaking Bad number 3, Succession number 4, Penguin number 5. What if Joey was on The Sopranos? What if Joey killed Phil? I've never seen Friends, so I actually can't really like... Sorry, my dog is like just killing her toy right now. I can't really comment on Joey. I've never seen Friends, but I don't even. What's Joey's like catchphrase? How you doing? I think I've seen that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Friends is lit. Yeah. No, I'm more of a How I Met Your Mother guy. I've seen all of How I Met Your Mother. I love that show. Have you spoken to Little Carmine again after he sent you that congratulations video? No, I thought about getting Little Carmine for my cameo video, but because I already had him, I was like, I don't really want to spend another. Those cameos are expensive, by the way, so I didn't really want to pay to get him. I did not pay for his cameo. A friend of mine bought it for me. But yeah, it's interesting. Are you looking forward to any new HBO Max shows coming out next year? I don't even know what's coming out. Like, do they announce what's coming out? I know Dune Prophecy is getting another season. I thought the finale was kind of disappointing. There should be a Sopranos convention. There was a Sopranos convention. Sopranos Con, which I didn't get to go to. It was too early. It was too early in my career, even though I now know the guy who organized it. But it was too early in my career to go to something like that. If it ever happened again, which there's less and less actors being around every year, but I would love to go to Sopranos Con. I've never seen White Lotus, so I'm not particularly looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't actually know of any shows coming out. Like, I know a lot of video games that are coming out, but yeah, it'll be in the next season of The Last of Us. I don't like The Last of Us, so I'm not looking forward to that either. I mean, the only thing I'm actually like paying attention to is like House of the Dragon, but that's not even coming out next year, so who knows. You need to watch Top Boy, English show, very well made. There's a lot of shows out there. Oh, Dunk and Egg. Yeah, that's true. I guess I am looking forward to Dunk and Egg. Okay. Yeah, you're right. There's that. I don't know, though. I don't think, like, trying to stretch out the novellas into complete seasons, each book, like, they're trying to do a 7 fucking season show out of this shit. Like, they should do each novella as one episode. It should be a mini series. Yeah, I'm not particularly hopeful. Duncan Egg will be 6 episodes. Everything's 6 episodes now. Like, what happened to like 10 or 13 episode seasons? Like, this fucking Doom Prophecy show was 6 episodes long, and I was like, what the fuck? You needed 10 episodes to flesh these characters out. Is there a Sopranos Monopoly game? I'm pretty sure. I bet there is. I know there is. I know Sopranos Theories actually has the Sopranos Monopoly board game. George has not even finished the Dunk and Egg series. Like, the new Dunk and Egg show is going to like spoil the Dunk and Egg books. Like, it's so crazy it happened again. I get he's gonna be paid like millions of dollars for this, but like, come on, finish the books, George. I don't know if you've covered it, but what did you make of Wise Guy? It was a I mean, I enjoyed watching it. There's nothing to cover. There's no like information in there that's like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe this." Like people were asking me like, "Are you going to cover Wise Guy?" And I was like, "I will if there's something to cover, but I'm not just going to make a video being like, did you guys know that Tony Soprano auditioned for the Sopranos or I mean James Gandolfini auditioned for the Sopranos?" It's like, yeah, we knew that. There's no information in that documentary that was like, um, oh my god, this changes everything. It's like, no, it's like, here's a documentary about we made the Sopranos, but most of this information already exists out there in interviews and stuff. So, um, yeah, I that's why I didn't do a video on it just because there's no reason to. Thank you for your special Christmas live stream, Nico. I'm gone. See you next time, my friend. Veal Parmesan sandwich. Fuck you. Have a good Christmas, James Fortune. I'm probably gonna sign off here too, guys. Getting a little tired. We will be streaming next week. I might stream myself playing WoW. If you guys wanna watch that, or it could be Mafia, or it could be Red Dead Undead Nightmare. I'm not 100% sure yet what I want to do. Depends on how addicted, because I'm addicted to WoW right now. I'm leveling in Season of Discovery. I'm immediately probably gonna play that when this is over. But we'll see next week. But I have some time off next week. I'll be streaming. We can hang out. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you have a great Christmas, great holidays, whatever holiday you're celebrating. Have a good end of your year, and I will talk to you pretty soon here. So see y'all next time.